the Son of the living God. And then Jesus taught specifically what that meant. He told of his suffering, his death, his resurrection of God. There's a different way of living and loving in God's kingdom, a way of mercy and love, humility and peace. And then Jesus said followers are also to deny themselves and follow the way of the cross. Not to seek out suffering and not to think of themselves as a doormat, but knowing that suffering is a part of life and that there will be some suffering involved in a life of discipleship. And the very next part of the story in Matthew is the Transfiguration story. And we looked at this text at the start of the year, and this particular text in our Wednesday night study group. So there was a lot of conversation, and it got me thinking a little bit more as well. So hear the story from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 17, verses 1 through 8. 6 days later, Jesus took Peter, James, and John, his brother, and brought them to the top of a very high mountain. He was transformed in front of them. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became as white as light. Moses and Elijah appeared to them, talking with Jesus. Peter reacted to all of this by saying to Jesus, "Lord, it's good that we're here. If you want, I'll make 3 shrines, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." While he was still, listen to him. Hearing this, the disciples fell on their faces, filled with awe. But Jesus came and touched them. "Get up," he said. "Don't be afraid." When they looked up, they saw no one except Jesus. The gospel for the people of God. Thanks be to God. Amen. Won't you please pray with me? Oh, awesome, amazing God. Spirit, open all of who we are, our eyes, our ears, our minds, our hearts, to your message today, to your truth, and continue to transform us in the likeness of Christ. Amen. Stars in the sky, being with a loved one, the salty sea air at the beach, a furry friend, eating liver and